Celebrating 50 years is often called a golden anniversary, whether it be 50 years in life, 50 years in marriage, or even 50 years if you're lucky enough to be working at the same job. A group here within Polk County celebrating its 50th anniversary is Big Brothers Big Sisters, making a difference in the lives of children that really need the help and the guidance. Joining us in studio to talk a little bit about this celebration is Deanna Ward. She's the Chief Development Officer of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Tampa Bay. How you doing, Deanna?
Doing great. Glad to be here.
All right. And Jeff Broaddus. He's the Big Brother of the Year in Polk County. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm great. Thanks for having us here.
Yeah, always a pleasure having you guys in. Now, Deanna, talk to me a little bit about what exactly is Big Brothers Big Sisters?
We are an organization that really provides mentors for kids. Maybe the kids are from a single parent home. Maybe they're being raised by a grandparent. Maybe they have a parent who's deployed or in the military, or even killed, heaven forbid, killed in the line of duty. But what we find with all of these kids is they just really need someone they can talk to, someone to spend time with, not a person to replace mom or dad, but really a friend, a trusted friend. And through Big Brothers Big Sisters of Tampa Bay, we screen all of our volunteers, we train them and equip them so they can be great mentors like Jeff.
Let's talk a little bit about the process of becoming Big Brother Big Sister. How would one go about doing that?
You know, a lot of people ask, well, can I really be a big? Well, the one thing that we have in common with all of our volunteers is you have the passion to really help a child in need, and it's spending one-on-one time with them. And so you go through an application process. Again, we interview every single volunteer and ask them what type of child they want to work with. We also provide training for every single volunteer. So even if they have their own kids, or maybe not, or even if they work with children, we really want to make sure they go through our training so they feel comfortable. And then after that, we have a chance to introduce them to their little brother or little sister. Those are the kids in our program. And they spend one-on-one time, whether they go out to the park or throw the football around or read books, but they spend that one-on-one time. And people ask, you know, are there certain age requirements to be a big brother or big sister? All we ask is that you're 18 and up. Some of our best volunteers are those who have raised their own family, they're retirees. We have college students who are involved. So anyone who has that passion, who wants to be a volunteer, we hope they come on board with us.
Jeff, as someone who's gone through the training, Deanna mentioned training. Talk to me a little bit about the training that you went through.
Well, as she said, you go through an application process, and there's a lot of tips on how to handle a variety of situations, because probably one of the more difficult things is you're not there to be a parent. You're there to be a mentor, a big brother, and that becomes a difficult challenge sometimes. So they're always there to give you advice on how to handle different situations. They will come up and have been of great support in that way.
I recently had a conversation with my daughter, and she said, you know, Dad, the older I get, the smarter you are. You know, a lot of parents out there think that they don't relate to children. A lot of adults don't think that they relate to children, but they really can. They really do, don't they? And I mean, you're living proof of it.
Well, they do. You know, I met Nate. Nate was a first grader. I was 55 years old at the time. You might not think a 55-year-old and a 7-year-old would, you know, relate to each other, but instantly, Nate didn't have that father figure in his life. Didn't really have a grandfather in his life in any unique way, and literally it was within a week that I think we felt a bond for one another and a need to have that relationship. So it was a great experience in that way.
How did you come to discover Big Brothers Big Sisters?
Well, I was talking to Deanna out in the lobby a little bit. The first experience was in college. A fraternity of mine had as a project 2 or 3 times a year we would have Big Brothers kids over for a weekend barbecue. Take them around to college just so they knew what college life was like, or some of college life at least, and just have an experience. So that kind of set with me. It was a fun experience for me, and then later in life, once my kids were raised and I became an empty nester, I looked back into the opportunity again. Been doing it now for 8 years. So.
And of course, just recently named Big Brother of the Year, Polk County. I want to say congratulations to that.
Well, thank you. It's certainly fun to get that award. It was exciting for me to hear when Deanna and others called me, and but I do have to say the fun experience is that it's not just about what I do with Nate. His mother's a part of it. Big Brothers is a part of it. They have a lot of great programs, events we can go to. So, I feel like, it shouldn't be just about me and what I achieved, and it's not. And but it's certainly great to get that encouragement.
Deanna, 50 years within the community. How have you guys made it last, made it special, and continue to make a difference?
Well, I tell you, it really is a community-wide effort, because we wouldn't be able to do what we do without awesome parents. Like you said, Nate's mom, the parents who call us and say, you know what, I really want to make sure my child has that mentor in their life. So it takes the parents, it takes the wonderful volunteers who say, you know what, I want to give of my time, but it also takes that community support. We have so many people in the community who donate to Big Brothers Big Sisters. The program is free, obviously, to the families, but our costs are that again, the background checks of every volunteer, the training and support and supervision of each big and little match, that costs about $1,000 a year. So a lot of people say, you know what, I can't give of my time, but I want to give of my funds. I want to invest in children's futures. So we have so many corporate supporters, community supporters who are advocates for us. And I was looking through our history books, and I saw that back in the day we served about 30 kids, and now as an agency, which includes not just Polk, but also Hillsborough and Pasco County, we're serving more than 2,000 children. And again, we wouldn't be able to do that without the support of the community.
When you say support of the community, how can we as individuals say, we can't give of our time, but we can give of our resources? Say there's a business out there that can give of their resources. How do they go about getting involved?
Well, I'm going to tell everybody to go to our website, which is www.bbbsfl.org. Say you're a business owner, and you know what, your employees, you give them time off to volunteer. Wouldn't that be great? We have a lot of schools where the volunteer can go to the school 1 hour a week and spend time with the little. And so that's great. A business owner may say, you know what, I really believe in this, so I'm going to encourage and let my employees spend that time 1 hour a week at a school. So if you're a business owner, we'd love to hear from you on that. Maybe you can't allow your employees to do that, but you want to sponsor bigs and littles in our program. So there's a way to do that as well. We have a variety of events that we'll be having.
Events.
Right.
I know there's events.
Right.
Because I see it all the time.
Right.
I've been to Bucks games, been to Lightning games.
Yes. Again, if you go to our website, we have a list of different ways to get involved. We have companies that say we're hosting Big Brothers Big Sisters night, so a portion of the proceeds will go to us. So make sure you check that out on our website. We have a national fundraiser that we do right here, though, in Polk County, which is Bowl for Kids' Sake, which is kind of fun. You get friends and family and your coworkers to donate to your team, and then you come out to a free thank you party. So again, you can go to our website and hear about that. But again, if you just say, you know what, I as an individual want to donate because I want to invest in children. It's not just about that one-on-one relationship, but what we find, and we chatted about this, it really makes a difference in that entire family. That child does better in school, their self-esteem is better, their relationship with their family is better, and then, years later, we'll be talking, 50 years from now, we'll be seeing those littles who've grown up to be great citizens in the community.
There's a campaign going on currently, 50 for 50. Let's talk a little bit about that.
50 volunteers for 50 years of service. That's kind of like our tagline that we're doing, but we really want to encourage everybody who wants to volunteer to get involved to celebrate our 50th anniversary. So if you want to go to our website and apply to be a big, we'd love to have you. If you're already a big and there may be some friends that you have or coworkers or people at your place of worship who want to volunteer, tell them to get on board. We're trying to get 50 volunteers in 50 days to celebrate our 50th anniversary. So we hope everyone will get involved with that.
Let's talk a little bit about, I don't want to say the children are at risk, but they're in need. And as a parent, how do you determine? I mean, honest to me, common sense would be if there isn't a male figure, female figure in this child's life,
Right.
you know, maybe I may need help. How do you inspire parents to get involved with the program?
First, I want to say to our parents and the guardians who are a part of our program, we are thankful and grateful that they take that time and the courage to call us and say, you know what, I really think my child can benefit from a mentor. You know, unfortunately, the stats will show you here in Polk County, there's quite a few children who have parents who are incarcerated. And statistics will show that kids who have a parent who's incarcerated, they're 70% more likely to follow in their parents' footsteps. We want to reverse that trend, so we want to work with the parents. So we say, you know what, let's work with you. We want to find that great mentor who can be that co-leader with the parent and say, you know what, these kids deserve a chance to succeed in life, whatever that may be. So we are thankful and again excited when parents take that time to call us and say they want to have that for their child.
Jeff, with a little bit of time that we have remaining, what I would like you to do is inspire those at home. Get off the couch, get out of the chair, do whatever. Inspire these individuals to go out and make a difference in this community that we live in.
Yeah, well, I would say this, and again, we talked a little bit about this outside. It's about the passion of what you can do in a child's life. It's not about what you do with them. It's about inspiring their hopes and dreams. And I'll speak specifically to Nate, and that was one of the first times I ever was writing in a car to him. We drove by Florida Southern College here, and I said, Nate, what do you think about going to college someday? He said, oh, no, I'm not going to go to college. And that stunned me, that a child would not think of that as an option in this day and time. And something as simple as that, by getting out of your chair, volunteering your time, you can inspire a kid to have a different hope, a different dream. And Nate is now a kid who knows education's important. He recently got straight A's, first time ever in his report card here in the 7th grade, and he frequently talks about going to college. And that alone is enough for me to feel really great about all of the time.
And you got him as a first grader?
First grader.
Wow.
First grader. I just think you know, a lot of people think that you can't do it, but all you really need to do is give the child experiences and inspire them to the options. You can't make them do anything, but you can let them dream, and that's what I feel I've been able to help Nate just a little bit with, and he's a great kid, and he's got a great future ahead of him, I think.
Is there any way we can even follow that up?
You know, really, I mean, Jeff is just a great example, and you know, all it takes is a few hours a month. Whether it's 9 hours a month, you know, you go to the little's house, you pick them up and do free low-cost things, just simple things, or 1 hour a week out of school. It really makes a difference, and as you mentioned, you know, we talk about the little being changed, the big is also changed because they see that transformation that can happen right in front of your eyes.
Well, I want to tell one other story because this is how simple it is sometimes. The recent thing that Nate needs my help with is shaving.
That's great.
And he actually reached out to me and said, can you teach me how to shave? He's got a little peach fuzz now. So I thought, well, this is good.
Hey, Jeff, you want to give me your card? 'Cause I'm in need of a refresher.
That's great.
That's a quality story. Jeff, Deanna, I want to thank you very much for coming on Polk Place and sharing the stories of Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Thanks for
having
part
us.
of it.
All right. And you at home, it's as simple as it takes the village to raise the children, and there are children out there that need your help, and we want to make sure that you get involved in Big Brothers Big Sisters 50th anniversary, launching the 50 Volunteers in 50 Days campaign. The goal is to get 50 or more volunteers to step up and mentor a child, whether it's 1 hour a week at school or 9 hours a month, enjoying free, low-cost activities. People from all walks of life are encouraged to volunteer. You need more information. They're located here in Lakeland, 1231 East Orange Street. That is Lakeland. The cost for the program is free, and there's going to be a background check and instructions that you'll have to take on being a big brother, big sister. Now, if you need more information, give them a call, 863-682-5191, or look them up on the web at bbsfl.org. Make a difference in the community that you live in and volunteer with Big Brothers Big Sisters.